3 scary, true, snowy night horror stories. My name is Daniel Carter. Tonight's stories are not legends, not campfire tales. These are true accounts sent by people who survived winter nights that were never meant to be survived. Snow has a way of erasing things. Footsteps, sounds, evidence, and sometimes people. If you're listening to this while it's snowing outside your window, you might want to check your door one last time, because these are 3 scary, true, snowy night horror stories. Story 1. Footsteps that stopped outside my cabin. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. That was the whole point. After my divorce, silence felt safer than people. So I rented a hunting cabin deep in Montana, miles from the nearest town, surrounded by pine trees and snow-covered hills. The owner warned me, if the storm starts early, don't go outside after dark. I laughed it off. By the time evening came, the sky turned the color of dirty wool. Snow began falling sideways, thick and aggressive. By 8:47 p.m., my phone lost signal. At 9:02 p.m., the power went out. The cabin went completely silent. No heater, no lights, no hum of electricity. Just fire crackling and wind screaming through the trees. At 9:19 p.m., I heard it. Crunch. I told myself it was a branch snapping under snow. Then I heard it again. Too rhythmic to be an animal. They came from the left side of the cabin, moving toward the front door. I held my breath. The footsteps stopped. Right outside. I waited. No knock. No voice. Then the sound moved again, circling the cabin. Back wall. Side window. Bedroom. Whoever it was walked like they knew the place. Then I heard fingernails scrape against the wood. Not pounding. Not forcing entry. Testing. That's when a whisper leaked through the wall. You locked it wrong. I jumped to my feet. My name came next. Mark. I had never told anyone my name. The fire suddenly went out. Complete darkness. I heard breathing outside the window, slow, wet, patient. Then footsteps began walking away, into the trees. I didn't sleep. When morning came, the storm had buried everything, except the footprints. Bare human footprints. No shoes, no socks. They circled the cabin perfectly and then stopped. No trail leading away, as if whoever it was had simply vanished. I left immediately. 2 weeks later, I searched online. That cabin had once belonged to a man who froze to death outside it, locked out during a storm. They never found his shoes. Story 2. The car that followed me through the blizzard. I should have stayed at work. The weather alert said severe whiteout conditions. But I was tired, and home was only 40 minutes away. 20 minutes into the drive, snow erased the road. That's when headlights appeared behind me. Too close. I switched lanes. They followed. I slowed down. They slowed too. Something felt wrong. The headlights didn't flicker, didn't bounce. They hovered. I turned onto an old county road. No streets, no houses. The headlights stayed with me. Then, they turned off. I could still see the shape of the car. Black, unmarked. My engine stalled. The world went silent except for the blizzard. That's when I heard footsteps crunching toward my car. A hand pulled my rear door handle. Slowly, carefully. Then a voice spoke from behind me. You're not supposed to stop. My dashboard lights flickered. The car started on its own. I didn't question it. I drove. I didn't check my mirrors again. The next day, police told me that road was permanently closed. Too many deaths. Drivers who stopped during storms. Found frozen in their cars. All reporting the same thing. before disappearing. A car that followed them, then vanished. Story 3. The child who stood in the snow all night. The doorbell rang at 2:13 a.m. I assumed it was kids playing a prank. Then I checked the camera. A little boy stood on my porch, barefoot. Snow clung to his skin, but he wasn't shivering. He smiled. I cracked the door open. "Where are your parents?" He tilted his head. "They're under the snow." I shut the door, called police. When I checked again, he was gone, but the footprints remained, leading into my backyard, stopping in the middle of nowhere. Police later showed me a missing child report. Same boy, disappeared in 1994, declared dead. That night, the doorbell rang again. I didn't answer. In the morning, snow covered everything, except one thing: small footprints, standing on my porch, facing the door. Snow doesn't just hide monsters. Sometimes it preserves them. If you hear footsteps outside tonight, don't assume they're human. And if someone knocks during a storm, ask yourself one question: how did they survive the cold? Good night, and don't look outside.